This is Abdul Tarzi. There's a lot of different things that you people use. Wow, look at my beautiful eyes. First of all, some of the television things are very good for you. People tell me you're good looking, handsome, and thanks to BB, thanks to my mom and Uncle Najib was very kind. I say, wow, you're grown well. Uh, but like the small little things like wow, you have brown eyes. You can't tell that well even from a mirror. So sometimes the people had the television and the TV is pretty good. I'm wondering if you guys can put some good positive movies that are kind and loving towards your family and people and a lot of the movies are loving, but sometimes they had a little bit of a fear factor. But you don't need the fear factor for everyone. I mean, you got to be able to say, hey, this is the general public, the G movie, general public. They had something like that, like PG. Most of the time you watch a PG movie and you're happy. So if you put that movie like PG, that's wonderful. Look at people's clothing, for example. That says Columbia. Uh, did we ever make Columbia the movie? Or the book? Look at the book, Quran. Did you ever make Quran the book, the Bible book? And look at this Altoids. I forgot about this Altoids. You see, the A is very powerful, and the A, like Allah for some, uh, they have some letter, some words of God for the, I believe it's the Italians and Hispanic. I'm not sure if they call it Altoids, something with this, Al, Altoids or Al. I don't know but it's something there. If I can recognize this. Anyway, so people might like Tic Tac, try Altoids, like Allah and Altoids, and they have a word for God and the same thing. They're different flavors. This one is cinnamon, and the original celebrated Altoids, the original one. And then it says curiously strong mints, cinnamon. A lot of times I would have Altoids, and because we had other brands like gums and candy, I didn't go like they have Snickers, they're just candy. We didn't go into the details of what it has. But if you just check, like this is the Snickers, for example, and it has chocolate. The chocolate is probably good for your mind and your body, and so you have that and you feel good. On the same hand, you had too much chocolate and you forget the Tic Tac feeling or Altoids. You might need that because there's something good in it. This one has cinnamon. Cinnamon is a good one. And cinnamon, if they have usually the C is in that case, if you put it with the S sound, SIN, cinnamon, AMON, cinnamon. I think that's a better sound. Although you could, because S, the C is usually for like ABC to see well, so they put two S's. So you could put a C, cinnamon, like CINAMON or CINNAMON. That's always to see well too. So cinnamon was a very important type of foods, and a lot of it may have come from the United States. It says I met a Jew once, and an American, and I was good with the Jew at Wild Rivers here, and the Jew was happy, like he's treating me like a little friend, and but I like the guy too. But he looked like myself and like Muslims. He looked like Buddhists that they call him Jew. So this big white guy, like Kamala Harris's husband, Doug, he come and he was young like myself, about 40, 50. Just a funny story. He says, well, this is my father. And this Jew, well, I'm the manager of this. That's not fair. That's not allowed usually. This American is the world. You're fired. You can't come to a party. Nah, the Jew was like my friend. and we actually make him. He make us, we make him, and that's not fair. And that guy was doing strange. He was bigger than me. So we had to watch him. I don't know if it's Doug or Mr. Vance. No, Vance looks like. I've never had problem with Vance or in the form. I've never had problem with Donald Trump or Barack Obama in that form. I never had found problem with Kamala Harris, but she has 3, 4 different people. We don't know who the other person is. We used to. We had to use George Bush and Dick Cheney. We had to use Hamid Karzai and Ghani. And, we're hoping that because if Kamala Harris just comes out as normal as a human, you cannot use two. What's his name? Your guy and the other guy. Kamala Harris has to get like Madonna. And that's the right of a human. Because you, Kamala Harris, when I came to school, Mrs. Haley made me go to her class. You make people. And we are friends. Kamala Harris has never bothered me. But it's only fair to look after her interest and say, let's get 2 ladies for them, and let's see what the government picks. Donald Trump already has a man, a young age. And, he seems to be young, and he seems to be big. And people like that. So you can give 2 men a chance. For example, brothers, AB brothers. And then Kamala Harris a lot of people like to see 2 women with her sister, her real sister she can put, or her daughter. I would love to see Donald Trump and his daughter, Brown Eyes, the brown eyes lady. I would love to see Donald Trump and Hamid Karzai's relationship in a President Hamid Karzai and Donald Trump VP in some country. But you could hire them. You hired me before to work in staffing recruiting, Mr. Karzai. It's only fair. You hired me to staff and recruiting yourself, Mr. Karzai. Yourself. I was a recruiter with an Iranian man, and they seemed to have a blonde kid in front of us. He said, this other guy's my son. But these kind of things are symbolic. So he was trying to say I was like his son. Well, that's pretty good. I was a very young person, and I was proud. So I'm saying in the ladies like Miss Haley, she kind of said, when my mom said I'm her son, I was just a really good friend to Miss Haley. Kind of like not my mom, but like my aunt. She was very good. So if Miss Haley takes her one of her favorite boys to the teacher and the president, that's fine. The only thing is that we didn't do this. She takes the lady. She always took up doors. She even told me you're gonna be a scientist. She hugged me. So I'm sure Kamala Harris would hug me, and she's a very good person. But we have to look for her interests too. So she gets 2 women. And by this, our former president Donald Trump has 2 men. If he works, he made me come to the United States, and so the president. I'm AB, and I'm trying to get this straight, just like for Kamala Harris, like Donald Trump and Hamid Karzai. You made me by the people's power. Mm-hmm. Can you sometimes, someone's born in this country, someone's born in another country, honor them, so they don't have an issue with Donald Trump, as sometimes he looks like British, sometimes Russian, sometimes American, sometimes Mexican, but with Donald Trump is a very good person, a very healthy person, and so if we get, like, let's say Donald Trump and a lady from India, or a man, I don't know if you can. Oh, if you keep Kamala Harris with a man, who's it? Let's see. I'm usually very good at this. I don't know the Russians, Vladimir Putin. I don't know his VP, but I know I can come up with Kamala Harris as I came here. I do it with Afghanistan. See, Afghanistan is that powerful, the United States, and I'm just going to try to tell him. He's trying to bother me, and well, what I'm saying to him was Kamala Harris gets Walz. I don't have his first name. Walz is a good man. Walz, take Walz. Walz is wonderful. Then Donald Trump has to get a woman, only because this gotta be fair in the same country. At the same time, Vladimir Putin, because you sent me here, we're just trying to get to the bottom of this. If you want to, you play chess well, and you also, I saw that you guys did very well in making a new flag. Although the first flag was just fine. We can't be tricked by walls and Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, even if they are in our heart. They are our brothers and sisters. We can't be tricked with Amir Karzai and Taliban Mujahideen bother them, or Iran. Ayatollah got his flag. I cannot, but with all respect, this is green. This is black, and this is my mouth red. Like Kamala Harris, that's for Kamala Harris. We can, with all due respect, change the flag of Russia. We came here to travel. And we're not going to get in trouble. Well, we hope that the Russians, if you change your flag to from red, and people see a lot of flag like CCCP, then we don't know what the Arab is. The Arab is green. But what about the writing? What about all that? We don't know. What about America's 50 stars? That's weird. Starbucks every day. Although the guy is a wonderful speaker in Starbucks, the one I saw was the older man. That's a wonderful speaker. But we have only Starbucks in the United States. And the stripes. They have so much SD in the United States. It's even more than Afghanistan SD. Stripes, like the 13 stripes and the 50 stars. Although, on the clothes, we've never seen that much stripes. Anyways, so we're hoping that if the United States, especially in Canada and Mexico, some of those flags are weird. You have to honor human. And Egypt's flag is weird. It's honoring a bird, and so is the United States and Mexico. Mexico's honoring a bird. So you can't honor a bird only, although we have to honor a human and keep the bird as friend. If you really have this friendship for human, and then, you'll be fine. We have to get more friends. The United States can't play fair with Russia. It won't look good in history. The history shows I got black, that's Afghanistan black, red, and green. Like this black, this is green. I'm sorry, this is red, my mouth, still green. And this is, black, green, black and kind of reddish on your mouth, and kind of black, green right here on my hat. Well, the history shows that the Afghanistan flag is the flag we still have. Saudi Arabia has a part of it with green. China has a part of it with red. Red. Where's the black? Well, Russia can have blue, but that's the sky. If you think you need to keep from the red to the blue, that's fine. But the Afghanistan flag, the three colors, is everywhere. So it's the United States, for example, has three colors. Canada has three, like white and red. The Mexico has red, white, and black or something. Italy has something similar, like red, white, and green. So the whole history seems to show that's Afghanistan. I'm Afghan just like Donald Trump is. You don't have to worry. Although we could be born there, but yes, so is Vladimir Putin. Another thing is, why did Mr. Tarakai was a wonderful person. Why did he shake hands with Vladimir Putin? Or at that time, I don't know if it was Brezhnev, might have been Brezhnev, or even before that, a Russian. While they're friends, you and I can't go to the Rambo Sylvester Stallone and become a Harrison, go put a gray eyes and try to hit the world. You and I must honor history, the past, in order to live in the present, in order to live in the future. We want to live in the future. And I'm just saying, the United States over there is really tough because Afghanistan tell you, but give a little bit. Afghanistan usually give everything like 6-7 kids, and then sometimes they need to be more giving towards Afghans. The whole world has accepted you. Here's the colors. Over there, Italy has your color. England has the red and white and the positive plus. So we stand to make more peace and love towards all the 200 nations. That's Afghanistan. At the same time, let's be more loving and peaceful towards the actual area of Afghanistan, the people of Afghanistan around the world that was born there and around the world. And you could do it with Afghanistan. And that person said, but I thought America's so special. Then Russia's so special too. The other one say, I thought Italy's so special. Then Mexico's special too. We're also human. And that person says, well, I'm Jordan, I'm special. Okay, then China's special. That says, I'm Israel, I'm Jew. Then folks, let me think. France is so special. I mean, the Jew today intelligence looks Yahud like a French. I mean, am I more like Jew? I mean, I can do as well, or French, but they're both good. Uh, so I mean, you gotta be open up yourself to other places and be kind to everybody. Believing in Allah and God and Altoids. I don't know how the Italians say it. Or you gotta be able to be kind to everybody. And the Russians. Do you believe the John Rosenbaum story with Ronald Reagan, the 200 nations over there, or do you? Yeah, there's Lushagi. Or do you believe in yourself? There's 200 nations. You got 80 nations in Afghanistan. You have 50 nations in Africa. Only 33, 34 nations in the United States, 33, 34 in Australia. About 400 islands. You believe Reagan that you're going to go stand? That's false. Ronald Reagan knew that he was raised with Afghanistan. And sometimes people go in your body and heart, and you can't, it's hard to tell your story. I mean, you remember Elvira telling stories? Elvira doing funny, scary stuff? Elvira? Now, do you believe that all those scary things are true? I mean, I can wear black and start doing things too. Unless I'm told. But I have green on and black. Anyways, what I'm saying is, we're not doing anything funny. I'm just saying, to believe in human beings, and believe in God, and how you might be able to unite people. You might be able to unite people and somehow unite the population. And the unity of human must come true together. For example, we take the Putin, and he won the chess in his mind. We take the Afghanistan, he won the chess. Or this film. We take the United States, you won the chess or this film. We take India, that Amitabh Bachchan, he always the winner. In his mind, he is the winner, and the people around the world, including myself, we have important stars. We believe that he did win. If Amitabh Bachchan is born in India, and he's born with Afghanistan, he wears the Afghanistan clothes sometimes. He has the blanket or something he puts on himself from Afghanistan. But at the same time, he once in a while he likes the Russians. If I'm like them, like Amitabh Bachchan. And sometimes he likes India, sometimes he likes the United States. It's not fair that the United States won the whole thing, because that's just Alex P. Keaton. Family ties. Oh, family ties, just gotta wait 30, 40 more years and just shave my hair. 40, 50 more years, I'm gonna be like this oldest Alex P. Keaton. He's just a small guy. He can't win everything. I mean, I don't know. I'm 5'9", 5'10". Alex P. Keaton's an American. He showed a chess game with the Russians, and the Russians taller. And I'm saying they're both good. It's all in the mind as to who's the winner. I'd like to meet, when I'm in the United States, I'd like to meet the Russian. He doesn't make him that funny, or Afghans or Indians. At the same time, I like to meet Alex P. Keaton. We haven't met that many Americans. I like to meet Joseph Biden or Donald Trump's little daughter. She has brown eyes. I just want to see the comparison. I'd like to meet them. They're all good. And, they're trying to make it interesting, and I think that's a good idea, to make them interesting. Anyways, when we have a lot, we have so much human beings. It's good to have, about 5, 10, 20 on your mind and on your list. We had only Vladimir. We only had Ronald Reagan. Now we have Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. We have LeBron James. We only had, what's the name? The shot of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We had Magic Johnson. And we had Michael Jordan. And these are now in their 70s, but they still look like their 50s. I like seeing them with the beard. They never wear a beard. Well, anyways, I was watching them. I was a young kid watching them. I was really young, and I was like, once I was like in 14, 15, I was watching them play basketball. They might spend 30, 40, 50 maybe. Anyways, they're still alive, which is amazing. That means we can still go, yeah, I'm going to shave my face again too. So those Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, those are our minds. Now, Michael Jordan was our mind at that time. We had a lot of fun. Rodman, I mean, they kept us with no problem. And they can still come and advise. They took it pain on themselves, but not on us. And that's what Ronald Reagan was. He took pain on himself and not on us. Joseph Biden, Democrat, he's still learning. He takes a little pain on himself and not on us. That would be great. But he is a good man. Well, hope. Let's see. We never had that much pain. Anyways, Donald Trump, Joe Biden will be a good president and VP. If Kamala Harris can't do it, why not put him on the spot? Ronald Reagan did it. He had George Bush did. Yeah, that's a dictionary. That's okay. Dick Cheney and we had George Bush. They had all dictionary for the bed, but they have a lot of good things. Those two were too powerful. I would rather see, even though I liked George Bush, I like the Salafis as long as my family's safe. I like George Bush. He's a very nice man. He's still very personable, good at qualities. But in some way, with Kamala Harris and Joseph Biden, it's a little bit more normal. I mean, Dick Cheney and Kamala Harris, I think for myself, a little bit, I walk out there a little bit, ladies, is fine. And George Bush or Joe Biden. I like George Bush more, but it's too early. We can't discuss presidents that's right now, current. So it's somehow Joe Biden is probably liked more with this current situation. We haven't seen, when I was going to the trees, Ronald Reagan would go inside the tree and say, this is this type of tree. Joseph Biden hasn't, he just looks at the tree and says, wow, this is a great trees, and the nature seems to be all right here. See that? The trees have, different types of looks. Anyways, but it's good to have everyone, Democrats, Republican. Why not keep it as one government? Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, whether you're a Chinese Z. Because if I live everything to a little bit give to Mr. Keaton, Alex P. Keaton, and people like that, I think they'll understand. That's a very easy. They seem to understand things, but I just have to tell them just some of the information, because they are very sharp and they trying to understand things. But the thing they have is the fighting part. But we have to stop the fighting part of Alex P. Keaton, the short fighting part, and use the kindness, the loving part, so he's not sick. He has to have the loving part, even if it's short. The mind of Alex B. Keaton and how he can get everywhere. If he's good to watch, he's good to study as far as education, how he helps his parents, how he helps his family, just to get a little bit of the kindness and love and for his sister. That was pretty good. His mom, his dad, that was pretty good. Then how is it possible that this little boy could have a fight with the Russians? That's not possible. If he's good with mom and brother and sisters. So I'm sure that they're making this up, these jokes. It's probably a friend with Russia and the United States. It's probably friends with Afghanistan, Russia, Germany. There's a lot of going on with that many countries. It could be any kind of situation, any. And so we hope they start making a little bit more peaceful, and the history is peaceful in those other countries like Russia, like Afghanistan. Afghanistan, the smallest country, First Nation. How is able to go with all the way with Russia or Germany or France or Italy? That's difficult. The United States, Canada, Mexico, and even if they don't, that's okay. But we know it's if they three colors in black, red, and green. From the colors, it makes sense. And then from A, in the alphabetical order, Afghanistan makes sense as the First Nation. But even if you think it's England or France or Italian, each one is independent of the United States, America, Russia. That also works well. That also fits in. As long as the whole world is big and is functioning either 200 nations or 20 nations, 20 nations, like 20 fingers, as long as they're kind of together, they're kind of interested, because they usually go in about 100 nations. I know that's not their fault. They're just trying to get 100 age. And they figured that 100 age is easier to get 100. And then they thought it was 150, 170, 175, 200 nations. And that's like 200 age. Well, that's one good theory If they put those standard theories, I think we'll be all right. By the way, I do well with, colorful green, yellow, blue, white, but the black is a very friendly color to my heart. That's why I think we like someone that has like brown or black name, like uh, but they were brown. Sometimes they just you can do the same picture. You could take some lights off and do some things on lights, just a couple of things, and you become from a white man to brown man or black man very easily. I mean, look at what my hair is. I'm all black here, all over there, and all of a sudden they do a couple of things. Next thing you know, they got a little bit white going on here. So that they can do that. Some of it's natural, but we're all human, and we might have 4 or 5 different races. You bring together, and I think we're like one human. And yeah, I need a little bit more this type of Sylvester Stallone. I can't just be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Human is one thing, but Sylvester Stallone was a little smaller. Not small speaker, but he was a little bit. Remember in the movie, sometimes a little smaller, this was lower talk, and he tried because they do a lot of things with your head. And he tried to be speaker. When he did speak, he was pretty good to speak. Now that he's older and he's making Tulsa Kings, and his voice is wonderful, and he's able to breathe better. We're happier. It's a little bit harder, but he is pretty strong. Now his voice is coming. A long time ago, Sylvester Stallone was the action man. The gym type of lifting weights and big strong body. And Sylvester Stallone was very happy to see. He was walking around and moving around, and he was more action. And the same Sylvester Stallone, could be made big and strong. And at that time, and the same big as Sylvester Stallone, he's still the same big Sylvester Stallone with the speech, and he does a very good job at speaking well. Because I know I watched him. He had to be a good speaker. I had to watch this Sylvester Stallone. Who knows what is wrong? I had to watch that Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, that one, and speaking. Who knows if they're some more Iranian, Afghan, Russians? I had to watch. I come to the United States and watch these, and I said, "Wow, this is a great country." Then they said, "Well, name Popal too," and I said, "Wow, I can name Popal a singer as well." So it was very fun to listen. I mean, we had like little tapes and CDs from Name Popal, and that was fun to watch. It was good to listen to, and some of the people would stop to watch concerts and watch that. Well, we went to the movies for Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator, for example, True Lies. I went to Sylvester Stallone's Rambo. I'm sure he played in other parts. Tulsa King's here. Aspie Keaton, I'm sure he had a basketball. The Wolves movie, and that's a wonderful movie about wolves. He was wonderful, and the wolf and came and wow, that was wonderful. I had worn once wolf with Kyle, and I had that. Kyle Ritter is a cool guy, and the Wolves movie. I had went once. My mom and Kyle went trick or treating. We don't know. Mom took us everywhere. If we needed, she'd take us. But if we need to take mom, she said, wait a minute, I got 7 kids here. But mom would always take us to places like, trick or treating. She took me to actual stores, or if we need to go to food, she'd go take us to Ralph's. But the good thing is my mom's alive, so I'm very happy and hope the 7 of us, the 6 brothers, and my mom stays well. Anyways, we go sometimes to movies. We go Batman with Uncle Nasser and Wally. Wally and Nasser would watch Star Wars. I saw it on the big screen, and that was a very good movie. It was a little bit too much for children, the Star Wars, but I knew Rambo, I know Terminator, and Terminator. It's just to. I mean, I don't know the message that much, but Terminator means, hey, there's that much TV, there's that much machine, casinos, lifting weights, that much cars. Hey, can't you just turn it off sometimes? Terminate doesn't mean you have to destroy it, just turn it off. Terminator. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger was pretty good. He had good, lady was beautiful. Where is she? That lady was amazing to watch. I hope she's alive. And I think they are. I mean, isn't it amazing? Most of us are alive. She was good in the hospital scene, but I didn't like her in the hospital because now she's getting very intelligent. What about like she's now able to do the movies from the perspective of, the lady's very intelligent movies, teachers, and things like that. Anyways, so that's good. I'm gonna. I'll open it. Oh, is that Fi Solomon? Hi, can you say hi?
Hi, how are you?
Okay, buddy. Yeah. All right, buddy. That's good enough. I was talking about 30 minutes about movies and everything. Oh, how'd you get here?
Work, Hoops, and Uber.
All right. All right. Well, that's good enough. I'll definitely talk to you next time. Have a wonderful day. Saul, you want to say bye?
Bye-bye. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a great night. I think that's good enough for us. I will see you next time.